Greetings, Legionus. R Delft here. Alright, we are getting down to it. Okay, so today I'm going to be working on my helmet here, which was recently suffered some battle damage just a few months ago and it's been in need of dire repair for some months now. I admit I've been negligent in my duties in that regard. Alright. In any case, I'll go ahead and show you the battle damage now. You can see some of it along here. This crack that you see along there, where you see the little flecks of orange color and all that. I know it's a bit grainy there. Let's go see and see if we can bring that into greater focus. Let me see. Quick cam. Alright. Nope, whoop, that was the opposite. Okay. Alright, so I guess that's as good as we're going to get right there. But along here, there was a crack and a little bit of minor damage that was more down here than anything. Let me go ahead and pull that around. Where that was first damaged. I know you can't pick up on that very well in this lighting. But over here, the damage is much more apparent. Where as the helmet got crushed from the side, all along here, this crack occurred along the seam. And right along here. And as well, one final bit of damage. On the underside here, along this seam, we had it break apart. I have patched it all together for the time being, but I'm going to go ahead and sand things down. And along many of these areas where I put a lot of super glue to patch things together. And then put a fresh coat of putty over it to help seal things back up. And get this legendary helmet back in fighting shape. In any case, alright. Other things that I'm going to be doing is smoothing out rougher ridges like along here. You might be able to see that in the light. Let me see if I can move it around so the lighting picks that up. Huh. Yeah, lighting's not picking that up too well. In any case, though, I'm going to be smoothing things off all along here. You can see the ridges up here from where this thing was printed. And I'm going to be working to cover those up. Okay, let's go ahead and pull this up. Alright, let's go ahead and start doing this. Alright, you know what? No, let's do that with the other side. Okay, let us begin. Now, the first coat of putty is honestly going to look like a mess. And it is not going to look good at all. What ends up happening after I apply it okay. You know what? I'm silencing this phone. Greetings, Jake. Greetings and hail. How beeth thou? Okay, where is that? I was looking for something. Now I can't remember what it was I was looking for. Whoop. Go ahead and reposition that back. I'm doing good. How are you? Well, I am definitely still breathing, Jake. Still pursuing glory and honor. Or at least honoring the machine spirits of my armor. I keep capping this back up because this putty dries out pretty thoroughly, so I don't want to leave it exposed. Yes, I actually watched the first half of it as before this began. And then I looked down and saw it was 2 minutes until the beginning of the stream. And I was like, oh crap! There was this moment of, oh dang. So I realized I kind of had to get busy with this. I had to set up the stream. I was scrambling right at the end. And while the animation itself wasn't like, you know, Death of Hope quality, the story, I mean, I'm always more interested in the story than I am anything else. And a story told about the Black Templars, I mean, the captain is literally just sitting there as his men die one by one. And then he's like, oh, I'll kill you all one by one. I was like, is this really the hubris of the Black Templars? Is this literally how one of their commanders would approach combat while all their men are dying? Seems like a really dishonorable thing to do, in my opinion. Yes, as it should be, LOL. Okay. I'm having a blast reading Thankwall right now, currently in a battle scene. Awesome! Thankwall. About the only grace here that, I mean, one of the few villains that I'm actually really entertained by. I loved reading about Thankwall in the Skaven Slayer and a few other short stories where he featured in his fear of Gotrek and Felix. Once this putty is all dried, the first step will be to be sanding it down. After that, smoothing it out. Thankwall is a fan favorite, dude. Oh, dang straight he is. Well, he also has an unending hatred for the pair LMAO. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. But he also has a complete terror of them. Always plotting how to kill them both. Indeed. Indeed. Okay, now I'm smoothing lines. Okay, let's go ahead and whoa, whoa, that was a tad loud. But every time he never succeeds in achieving that desire. No, he always fails, and generally fails pretty dang badly. Okay. Let me know if the music's too loud. Come on, stay. Holy Terra. I know you can't see the lines, Jake, that I'm helping to cover up. But yeah, I need a little bit of a higher quality camera before it would pick that up properly. Oh, you're talking about the music. Ugh. Sorry. But yeah, the lines are a little bit hard to distinguish. I need to get a higher quality camera. This camera actually right here, it's 10 years old. I think for being 10 years old, it's a well-functioning relic. I don't think the Mechanicus would even think about swapping it out. They'd probably consider that heresy. Only a 10-year-old piece of technology. It still technically works fine. Okay. Okay. Budgie Bop. Greetings and hail, Budgie. What you using on it? Just a thought. Why not use car body filler? So this is glazing and spot putty. And this is actually something we purchased from an AutoZone, which is a car place here. I don't know if it's over in the UK, but around here, AutoZone, pretty popular car place. So, yeah. This is actually meant to be car filler. Car body filler. So the very thing you suggested, Budgie, is what I'm using. Cool. Yeah. So I base coat the saddles on the deer earlier, getting there slowly. One more idea. Cool. What's your idea, Budgie? You need a bigger scraper. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second, Budgie. Oh, I'm trying to put this thing on the cap on backwards. Whoops. You will get a better finish. You know what? You are absolutely right, Budgie. You are absolutely right. Aha. Okay, so normally I would never consider using this, even though it's actually a putty knife, because I use it to scrape prints off of my 3D printer bed, but I haven't used it for that purpose in ages because my 3D printer's been down for a while. So why don't I use this thing for its original purpose and save these things for the, high quality details? By the way, Budgie, after I'm done here, I intend to sand this down. This is not going to be the end quality finish, not by a long shot. But this is indeed much faster. Holy Terra. Thanks for making that suggestion, Budgie. Come on. Like a credit card size. Makes the tools work for you. Less sanding if you get this bit right. Indeed. Ah, darn. Oh, darn. Ah, that is Not so great. Once the putty starts to dry just a little bit, it likes to come off super easy. Come on. Okay. It's like, this is frustrating for me. I want to show you. Dang. What is it you want to show me, Budgie? Okay. Ah, darn. Use a reminds. I want to show you. Oh, technique. Oh. Reminds me of bodywork. Use a steeper angle. Steeper angle, huh? Okay. Dang it. I'm just trying to get the putty into all those crevices. All those lines. I'm going to have to switch to the other tools here in a bit. It's like, I will shut up. Okay, alright. So what's everybody eating today? Anything interesting today, Jake? Dang it all. This is odd. This is really curious. The putty seems to be taking away the paint. The first layer of paint up here. That's why the putty keeps coming off. It's stripping away the paint that I originally put on this thing. Makes me regret having painted it back in the day. The paint appears to be currently one of the biggest weaknesses on this thing. Or maybe it's the glaze. Frag it all. Yeah, it's moist up here. Not sure if you can see it. Yeah, that's just going to make it darker. But when I scrape over putty that's already been put on, it tends to come off. And underneath it shows a lot of moisture, which I think is somehow the putty disintegrating the glaze that I originally put onto this thing to help seal up those cracks, which it didn't do nearly as good of a job of that I counted on. Which is why now I'm trying to put putty on it. But I think the glaze and the putty don't get along. Same as yesterday. So, nothing unusual? Let me show y'all the glaze that I use. Okay, so that right there, this is the glaze that I use on 3D printed stuff to help cover up the layer lines and the like. And it's what I used on this helmet back in the day when I first glazed it. And I expected it to cover up these layer lines a lot better than it did. But it did a poorer job than I counted on. And now it seems to be fighting the putty that I'm putting on. Because when I first coated this helmet in putty in a lot of the rougher spots that it really needed help with, the putty came on and actually adhered a whole lot better than it's doing now. A whole lot fragging better. So, I don't think the glaze and the putty are interacting very well with one another. Like right here, where I applied the putty very, well, it was thick, but the glaze had been knocked out of this spot altogether because a whole chunk just came right out due to the damage that was incurred to this helmet. And this is where the putty seems to be doing best. Less dry cracks, less coming off. Yeah, it's doing best there. So, anyway. Alright, looks like the music stopped. Let's go ahead and get the music rolling again. Okay. Yeah. This stuff is cracking in places. Normally, it wouldn't behave like this. I definitely think it's the glaze and the putty interacting with each other very negatively. I wonder if there's something I can do to counteract that. Unfortunately, I can't use paint thinner to strip away the doggone glaze because that would damage the plastic. Okay, where I've applied it thickly, it isn't drying out too badly. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and keep trying to apply it a little more thickly, and then I can sand it down later. Also, when I originally printed this thing, there were these marks there. I don't know what they stand for. I'm honestly just not sure, and I'm considering filling them in. I know you can't see them that well, but I'm not sure. Like, I don't know if they actually stand for something tactically important, and that maybe I should keep them, or if they're just random markings that I'm not sure. Anyway. If anybody knows, let me know. Okay, in this area, I'm definitely going to need to use my smaller, more precise tools. Sorry, guys, I'm not talking too much, kind of focusing on getting this done. I know this isn't nearly as smooth as it would probably be preferable to be. Such as if I was using the putty knife, but in these smaller areas. I don't know. I can run a putty knife over this. This is flat enough. There it is. Crap. It's already started to disintegrate the layer of glaze underneath. Dang it. Sorry guys, I realized I was working off camera. Dang it, it's just stripping the doggone glaze off. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, see you then, Jake. Sorry, I'm working off camera again. Dang it. Okay. Yeah, this thing is not doing a good job at putting it down on this angle here. At least it puts it down here pretty well. Okay. Oh wait, no, not you, not the big putty knife, the little one. Okay, gotta hurry with this before the putty dries out too much. Come on, I put on too much putty onto this thing. Dang it, onto this sculpting tool. Man, it keeps coming off because of the glaze. The glaze is already disintegrated underneath. Dang. These two just do not get along. Okay. Okay. I'm going to see what I can do about coating along here. Dang. Didn't nearly get the coverage I was hoping for. Breathing is still a thing. Okay. Okay. Difficult for the... Here, let me pan that up just a bit. There we go. There we go. Now you can see it better. This looks like, at this point, some sort of uncovered relic from deep beneath the sands, covered in rust and corrosion. Yeah. And yet covered in dust as well. Dust, rust, and corrosion. Okay. Come on. Give it. Give it. Mark. Greetings, Mark. How be'th thou? Oh, darn. Catching that off camera again. Dang it. Need to move this whole thing over just a bit. Okay. I definitely got to get better at applying putty, that's for sure. Definitely got room for improvement there. Okay, maybe I can look up some tutorial videos on how to best apply putty to angles like this one. Because that's going to be a tricky angle to apply with, you know, a flat tool like this one. A flexible plastic or rubber. Forgot what they are called, but people who repair cars use them. Well, apparently, you know, a different tool altogether, yeah. People who repair cars, huh? I mean, I'm using the type of putty they use for cars, but... rubber. So one thing that's going on right now, Mark, is this you see over here. This is a type of glaze that I use on my all my 3D printed stuff to help cover up mold lines. However, the mold lines on this helmet were all just too thick for that. Way too, well, yeah, they were too there. This was one of my first and biggest projects that I'd ever done. And the glaze did not do nearly the job I was hoping for in covering up those layer lines. In any case, though, as I worked to cover them up, with that, the camera may not be picking it up all that well. You can see some of them along there. And I realized I was going to have to go back over all of that with putty. Unfortunately, as I'm doing so, I'm finding that the putty is disintegrating the glaze. And it causes both the glaze and the putty then to unadhere. And has been causing this. When I first applied the putty, it didn't crack and as it dried like this nearly as much. And it's been much more severe. And I'm theorizing that's because of the putty. I mean, the glaze. So, yeah. That is a new problem I was not anticipating. So, oh, whoops, I forgot to put the cap back on this putty. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to get around that little issue. I'm going to go ahead and let some of this dry for a bit, and then I'm going to see about sanding some of it off and seeing what it looks like. In any case, while we wait for that, let me catch up on the chat really quick. Yeah, can just makeshift something around the house. I don't use normal tools either. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you need to sand the living crap out of it. Dang straight. Yeah, I can see it. I have plenty of sandpaper, so I'm not going to have to wait for that. But, as I was going to explain before, something that I'm going to be doing... Here, let me lower the camera back down so it has a good angle on the on the whole of the helmet. Okay, so you see these ducts, these fan ducts off to either side. What I'm going to do with those is I'm going to knock them out, and what I'm going to replace them with, if I can breathe, is actual fans underneath them. And then the ducts are going to be put back over after I make sure air can get through them and everything. And there's going to be fans blowing air in from either side into the helmet. Because while I'm wearing this thing, I have a hard time breathing. I don't know if a normal person who doesn't have issues breathing all the time would have difficulties with that. But I do. And it gets hot and it gets stuffy in this helmet. So I'm going to be putting a couple of fans on either side. After I do that, let me see. Obviously, I'm going to need a power source. And you can't see in there very well. Kind of dark. Let me get a flashlight. There we go. Okay. So, off to the side here, you see the that crevice right there? That's for the ear piece. You see this spot that sticks out right here? So what's going to go there is going to be essentially a battery pack. A rechargeable battery pack. I don't know what kind of batteries I'm going to use yet, but that's what's going to go right there. And then up above, essentially every time I wear this helmet, I have to shove like a towel or something up there. Reason being is, essentially this helmet does not fit very well on my head while that space is empty. So there's going to be I'm going to need to install something there, like maybe what goes inside of a bike helmet or something like that, and fix it inside there. And that's what's going to go there so that this thing will fit properly. And it will be adjustable in case somebody with a different sized head ever puts on the helmet. They can adjust the inner fastenings so that their eyes will align with the eye lenses. And also, I may install a battery pack on the opposite side right there. I don't know yet. It just depends on how much power I'm going to need. I also want to place a, what do they call that thing? Possibly a screen inside here, maybe a cell phone, possibly I could fit even something like some sort of iPad or something like that, so that I could have a little HUD inside of my helmets. I don't know if that's something that I'm going to do or not. That part seems a bit ambitious, especially since I don't even own a pad or anything like that. And how would I interact with it inside of my helmet unless I could possibly give it verbal instructions? But that's something that I've been thinking about for a while. Now, a final part here is the eye lenses themselves. Now, currently, they're empty. However, back when I was part of Make Salt Lake, there was this person there who gave me this amazing idea to use, I forget, she said some kind of acrylic. And this acrylic is transparent, but you can put an 80% opacity onto it so that you can see through it on your side. So like I could place it inside the helmet and I could still see out, but people couldn't see in. And according to her, at 80% opacity, it works perfectly for that. And she had these ideas about drilling holes as I install it into the eye lenses. I can drill holes through the plastic and into the acrylic. And in these holes will go little LEDs that will shine light directly into the actual lenses, causing them to glow. And the thing about that is, according to her, is because of the opacity, the light would shine outward only. In other words, it wouldn't blind me. I wouldn't be trying to look through these constantly bright things that would be blinding my eyes. According to her, it would only shine outward towards the area where people couldn't see through. So all they'd see is the color of whatever I chose to make the LEDs. And she gave me the acrylic, and she just said, you just need to apply an 80% opacity to it. So, yeah, so the only current issue with installing it is, I have two dilemmas. about installing it. I could either just install it flat in the shape of the eyepiece, so it would just be this flat piece going all the way through, which would kind of look, you know, not nearly as nice, but it would get the job done. Or the other option that I could do is, I met somebody else there who, what they told me was to make a mold of either ceramic or something else of the eyepiece. Something that can tolerate a lot of heat, then, you know, bake it if it's ceramic, if it's clay, into a ceramic or whatnot. And once the mold of the eyepiece has been made, then I heat up the acrylic and mold it into the eyepiece so that it will have the teardrop shape, the actual circular shape of the Astartes eye lens. Because he was actually familiar with Space Marines. He's like, you don't want to just put a flat piece in there. You want it to have that eye drop shape when you put it in. He's like, it'll still take the light and everything, and it'll still shine it outward. But, anyway, that was his idea. And the battery packs that I'm going to put inside the earpieces, they will, you know, supply the power that these things need easily. And the fans that I'm going to be installing down here are not going to require much power either. So I won't even have to recharge those things very often. And once that's done, I was thinking possibly, let me crane the camera back up a bit so I can see the top of the helmet. I was thinking about installing a couple of powerful LED flashlights to go up here in these two crevices. Here, let me, where did I put that flashlight? There it is. Nope, stay there, ISD. So I was going to knock out those two slots there. And I was thinking about putting a couple of powerful LED flashlights. So that since, you know, I actually can't see in the dark because, you know, I can't install infrared or anything like that on my eye lenses. Though they will have an exterior light that will shine out from the eye lenses, it won't be powerful enough for me to see in the dark or something like that. So then I could install a couple of powerful ones up here that I could flip on. And would enable me to, you know, have a couple of flashlights. No, actual Space Marines don't need that, and personally, I doubt I'm going to be wearing this helmet in the dark or anything, so, but I figure it's kind of a nice touch in the event, you know, whatever. Anyway, so those were just a few of the upgrades I was thinking about actually adding to this helmet that ironically would make it actually not only really freaking cool, but somewhat actually really functional as a helmet, not actually protecting me or anything, because obviously it's plastic, but yeah. I was also thinking about adding a couple of things, like maybe I could even add a voice modulator so that as I spoke, it would make me actually sound like I was speaking through a Vox grill. Yes, Mark, the black is the paint that I did apply. I did spray paint this thing black originally a long while ago. One sec. Holy Terra. Sorry, I have issues breathing most of the time, and I've been breathing in fumes, so combine that all together, and yeah, my difficulty breathing is kind of serious at the moment. Anyway, I was thinking about if I could find a way to put a voice modulator into this thing, then that would be a cool effect as well, and I would have probably little speakers off to the side of the mouth grill that would, you know, be inputting outward from there. And so, I mean, the acoustics inside this helmet are awesome. It's actually fun to wear while you're just watching a movie or something, because, yeah, the acoustics are actually really good inside this thing. One of the reasons why I enjoy wearing it so much. But it does make breathing difficult. At least for me. Anyways. But those are just a few of my ideas. If anybody has any other type of ideas or anything like that, please let me know. I would love to hear about other ways I could upgrade this. My biggest issue is acquiring the parts that I need. Oh heck, no. My biggest issue is the eye lenses. I actually have the acrylic. I just need to learn how to... the most challenging part is the making a mold for the teardrop shape of the eyepieces, because I don't want to just stick them in flat so there's just, you know, a flat piece in there. I feel like that would detract from the look of the thing. Even if I got the pieces to glow, which admittedly would be really freaking cool, I would really love to capture that eye drop shape. I'm just not sure how feasible that is. But I have to learn how to make a mold. And I don't have access to a kiln. I just have access to an oven. And I'm thinking maybe with that clay that you have, Mark, maybe I can make a mold with that. Possibly. I don't know. I don't have a lot of experience. I did take a ceramics class a long time ago. But I wouldn't even know how to capture the proper teardrop shape. I mean, I could make it, I could put the clay in there and get the right size of the eye lens, but how would I capture the teardrop shape to go on the inside? So, yeah, that to me is one of my highest levels of difficulty. I don't even know how I'll accomplish this task. And then I've got to heat up the acrylic to actually mold into, well, the mold once I have it. So that's going to be a difficulty in and of itself. So, yeah. I'm just not, I lack the skill set, and I'm terrible at research, to currently advance in those stages. Once I get my 3D printer operational, I can 3D print certain things, such as a battery pack holder that I can try to design to fit inside the earpiece right here on the inside, and then I could make it to survive off rechargeable AA's, or maybe something bigger if that was necessary. And yeah, so those are different thought processes that I have into that regards. Once I get my Prusa up and running, that should honestly be a piece of cake. But it's this part, it's the eyepieces that are going to be by far the biggest trick. By far. So I'm hoping, Mark, that you might have some ideas in that regard, since you're used to working with clay and the like. So anyway, all right, let me catch up on the chat. Let me see. If I were you, I'd stop right there and take everything off. Okay, all right, yeah. I'm glad I did stop. Is the black, is that paint? Well, it is paint, but I put this glaze over it. I put the glaze over the paint. So I think the putty and the glaze are not interacting well one with another. So I think I mentioned that before, though. I would just start sanding it right now because, yeah, the black paint is going to come off. Yeah, it's not black paint. It's this glaze right here. After I spray painted it, I applied a layer of this glaze to try and help cover up the lines. Unfortunately, it didn't work out nearly as well as I wanted it to, and now that I'm applying putty, the putty and the glaze are not interacting well one with another. In any case, though, Mark, do you have any idea about how I could craft the eye lenses to work properly? Awesome, man. That's going to be some crazy tech. I mean, honestly, it doesn't sound like it'll be that advanced to me. The voice modulator, that starts getting kind of advanced and stuff, but otherwise, I'm just like, it sounds like it's going to be pretty basic, if I'm being honest with myself. Let me see. Alright, just putting the music back on. Oh yes, we love our spooky Halloween. Man, it would be so awesome to wear this for Halloween, especially if I get those eye lenses to work. Once the 3D printer is running, I think getting a design for the battery pack in here and then sticking it into place will be relatively easy. It's the making the mold for the eye lenses and getting that whole job done. That's what's got my mind going, okay, how am I going to accomplish this task? Because that's well outside my skill set. Anyway, you can use clay, yes. So, yeah, I'm just like, how to make the mold for the teardrop shape of the eye lens, though. That's the trickiest part here for me in that regard. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get out the sandpaper. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and start sanding this baby down in places where it's dried. Okay. Whoa. Maybe I'll try to sand the glaze off. Mark, you'd create a 2-part mold. How does that work? I have no idea what a 2-part mold even is. Dang. Okay, I'm going to get back to that part. I'm going to go over here to where I first started. Oh, dang. Holy. Man, the glaze. It is just, literally, I put too much pressure on there, and it came off like that, and it's wet and moist underneath where the glaze was. I mean, underneath where the putty was. So I'm just like, dang. Man, the putty is disintegrating the glaze that I applied. So, yeah. Terra Nova. Okay. Come on. Maybe I can sand off the glaze. Oh, yeah, whoa. A piece of it came off again. I'm glad I stopped applying. Okay. So you'd make the eye lens with clay after you've traced it like described above. After that, dry that clay sculpt. Just dry it out. Don't try to bake it or anything. Described above, huh? Oh, duh. I missed some of your chat. Awesome, man. That'd be some crazy tech. I'd put a piece of paper behind the eyes there and trace the shape. Okay. You could use the clay, yes. After it's dry, place plastic wrap above the sculpt. Okay. Yeah, if I press hard enough, it just comes straight off. Dang. And then you can see how moist it is underneath. Okay. Oh, dang. Terra Nova. That didn't just take the glaze with it. That took the paint, too. Terra Nova. And then get that to harden. Get it to harden? Hey, get off me. Get off me. Sorry about that. Dang. Well, it's taking chunks off with it. You can see beneath the initial coating of paint and glaze that I put on there. To when I originally applied putty to this. That orange that you see beneath, that's putty. That was the very first layers of putty I put on this thing. That's how much the doggone putty is disintegrating. It went through the glaze and through the paint. Dang! Oh, there's another death battle going on in my attic. Okay. And then you have a 2-part mold. Okay. Alright. Well, I'm not sure if I completely understood your instructions, Mark. But I think based off what you've said, that gives me hopefully a mental jump start on figuring it out. As I slowly figure it out, your instructions are probably going to make more sense. And I'll realize what you meant. Stuff like that I've noticed usually works out that way. Come on, get off, get off. Oh, sorry about that. Oh. The internet has crashed. Let me guess. You read it as working perfectly? Yes, you do. Okay, is it working now? Apparently not. Okay, are we back up and running? Okay, alright. Sorry about that, people. Unfortunately, the internet decided to have a hiccup. Luckily working again. Okay, alright, let's catch up in the chat. Ephraim. Oh, dude, you got a really unique name. Drat, I'm having difficulty pronouncing that. Is that okay, I'll just read chat. And greetings and hail, Ephraim. Is that a helmet? Handcrafted? If not, where did you get such a nice piece? It is not handcrafted. I actually spent around a month 3D printing this on a bed that was way too small to 3D print it, and I had to be very creative about fitting each piece onto a 9-inch by 9-inch bed. And let me see. And it took me about a month to print and assemble it. This thing has been my biggest 3D printing project ever. I haven't had one bigger yet. So currently I am attempting to strip off all the putty that I just put on because it's not interacting well with the previous glaze and paint that I put on. The glaze is literally just, I mean the paint, putty. The putty is literally stripping away the glaze and the paint to expose areas underneath that haven't seen the light of day in over a year. So it's kind of a cool effect up here. It actually feels really cool too. Anyway, I've got to find a way now to strip off all that glaze. I mean, I could just sand it down, but not exactly the best idea. And Ephraim's like, also, hi. Greetings, Ephraim. Good to see you. Mark's like, working. Yes, we are working it. Anyway, I already went over essentially my plan to install a bunch of hardware inside this thing to essentially make it abso-fraggin-lutely awesome when I get around to doing that. But yeah, this is an actual wearable helmet. The acoustics inside of it are absolutely awesome. I was just talking with Mark about how I'm going to craft eye lenses to actually go in this thing. I want to actually make them the teardrop shape that you see on Astartes helmets. Like when you watch the actual animation Astartes, they captured that really well, I think. There's a bit of a circular shape, almost, from top to bottom on their eye lenses, and I'm hoping to actually successfully capture that. And Mark gave me some instructions that were probably super easy for him to understand but went over my head. But hopefully, as I do more research, his instructions will make more sense and I'll actually understand how to do that. But for the exterior, yeah, I've got to strip away a bunch of glaze and paint because it's interacting very poorly with the putty. So this is going to involve a lot of sanding. So, oh, I wish I had an orbital sander or some sort of electronic sander, but I don't. All I have is just a strip of sandpaper. So, anyway, and you can see the putty as I'm working on this. The putty's like disintegrating and coming off because it disintegrated the glaze and the paint underneath it, so it has no foundation. But to be honest, yeah, I am very proud of this helmet. It's honestly by far my greatest work. And yes, while I was printing it, there were tears shed because there came a point where 4 days into a print, it failed. I wanted to cry. I wanted to cry really bad. Come on. Oh, good elbow grease. Good old elbow grease. I know, right? I'm just going to have to get down to it. Trying to figure out how to grip this thing properly. It's so bulky. Dang. It's really coming off as smooth now, though. Holy Terra, that feels so dang smooth. Okay. Use my southpaw. But essentially the point of this whole process is indeed to smooth out the exterior of the helmet and make it, well, look nice on the outside. None of this will be affecting what actually goes on inside the helmets when I start getting to that point and getting all the hardware that I need. Okay, Mark. It may seem smooth. Just make sure you reflect the surface across some light to 100% make sure the lines are gone. Oh, absolutely, Mark. Absolutely. Dang straight. When it comes down to it, I look at it. It doesn't look smooth from here. Holy terror. It feels smooth. But before I go applying anything else, I'll make sure it actually is. Ephraim. Don't worry about the pronunciation. Everyone F's it up. Shame about the glazed putty. It looks really nice. I mean, I know, right? I originally, when I first 3D printed this, I used a crap ton of putty on this. But then I painted it, and I glazed it. And then, now I've been trying to apply putty again, and the putty is disintegrating all that glaze and paint. So it's all got to come off. And then once it comes off, then I'll putty the living crap out of this and repaint it. And then, at that point, maybe reglaze. I don't know if the glaze will really be necessary at that point anymore. I do use this glaze for most of my models and whatnot, but I just don't know if it's really, if I'll need it then. We'll see. Anyway. Get off. Another chunk came off. Dang. The way I'm taking all this putty off, it makes it almost look like I found some relic from the past, and I'm, you know, getting all the corrosion and rust off. That's almost what it looks like here. Looks like, nice! Ephraim. Would Resin be a good alternative to putty? Resin. I don't know what Resin is. I'm just pronouncing it like, you know, a raisin. I've never heard of that. But I'm not super experienced when it comes to putty and the like. This putty is this right here. It's glazing and spot putty. It's meant for body filler on cars. And it was what we were told would be best to work on something like this. So what's Resin? Resin, Ephraim. Holy terror. Whoa. That was a lot of dust. Dang. Okay. If I ever make another one of these helmets, it's definitely going to be a Chaos Corrupted one. I think I'll probably add like sculpted clay or something to make like signs of mutation and horns on it and stuff like that. If and when I do get around to 3D printing another one of these, I'll complete it. I'll leave like the Aquila on and everything, and then I'll like put demonic corruption across it to, you know, show how a loyal Marine slowly went south. That is definitely what I'm gonna do when it comes back down to it. Getting a second helmet. That is something that I think my friend James is gonna absolutely love. Because he's a big fan of Chaos. So then we'll have a Loyalist Marine and a Chaos Corrupted helmet at that juncture. But I want to get this one completely done before I go tackling the project of a second helmet. Which means I have to understand what Mark was saying earlier. Ephraim, I'm not so experienced myself, so listen to Mark first, but it's liquid that hardens in time, so it's nice to seal cracks. Okay. Okay. Alright. That wouldn't be a bad idea, I don't think. Huh. Sorry, I'm spelling... Oh, Resin Epoxy. Oh, that's what you meant. Huh. I never thought about using epoxy. There's an idea. How would I apply it, though? In a liquid state, I'd have to actually get it to stay. So how would I get it to stay while I applied it over such a surface? That would be a trick. But it would probably accomplish the smoothing effect. I've seen people use epoxy. Yeah, you can get a UV light designed for hardening the resin. But as I applied it in a liquid state over it, would it stay, Mark? Would it stay so that I could harden it, or would it just pool up or run down in little lines? I'm just wondering how I would get it to stay so that I could get it to harden properly into the shape of the helmet. Use P38. P38. What's P38? Whoa. Two-part filler. Dang. Two-part filler. You have a filler which you add a hardener to. Okay. And tell me you have a mask on. I have a mask on? Totally. I am totally wearing a mask. And I am totally not looking for a mask right now. Totally. Well, crap. I don't normally wear the thing, so I don't have one handy. I mean, I totally do. Just like, oh crap, I got a cat. Mark, yeah, not sure about using resin. Never tried that, but seeing as you've got paint and finisher on there, I wouldn't use resin due to its possibility of flaking off. Mark, then again, I've never used it, but brainstorming, that's why I think it may happen. Just sand the living crap out of it. Budgie, really? You need one with your breathing. Mark's like, he doesn't. Contemptuous sad face. Or exasperated sad face. Budgie, that crap will F you up. No mask on during... Yeah, there's a whole entirely different reason for that, Ephraim. But anyway, you will blow your nose later and see that crap you have breathed in. Oh, Tara. All right, well, let me go quickly acquire a mask. Got to be one around here somewhere. I know I've got one out in my car. Where are my keys? Okay, I'm going to quickly run out to my car and grab a mask.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, no, love. I need an actual mask that will filter.
Oh, why?
Because I'm sanding this, and dust is, putty dust is getting into the air.
Okay.
I know we've got one out in the car, right, that actually is, we used it.
N95.
An N95 mask. Okay, people, I will be right back. I'm just going to go grab that. I'll be back. Okay.
I'll show off this mask to everyone.
Oh, you'll show up? Okay, cool.
Because I said ta-da, so they're probably like, what is she talking about?
All right, you go and show off that mask to everyone. I'll be right back. Okay. I love you.
Okay. Okay. Here is the other mask that I was talking about, which was also 3D printed. And I don't remember what it's called. It starts with a D from some fandom. What is this much used as a chocolate fire guard for sanding? What? I think it might be called the Destroyer. That mask. Yeah, I want to put coffee filters in it so it can be a mask. Pretend to be Arendelt. Oh, I have to click really fast on the mouse and be freaking out and saying, oh, shoot, shoot, shoot! I'm gonna die! There we go. Okay. They're having me pretend to be you.
Oh, they dare think you could be me?
So Budgie said that I need to growl.
Oh.
You will die under my hammer.
Yes, a very convincing likeness, my love. Okay, let me go ahead and throw this thing on so I can continue sanding.
I said I would click my mouse really fast and say, oh, shoot, 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 I'm gonna die.
Oh. No, that's totally not what I say.
Oh, well, I don't know if you say I'm gonna die, but you click your mouse fast or your mouse and you say shoot, shoot, shoot.
I click my mouth and my mouse? Is that what you're saying?
Your mouse. Like, I know it's an intense moment in a game when I hear the clicking going.
Yeah, and it's like, no, go away, go away, go away. We can be friends. We can be friends. Okay, all right. I'm wearing an N95 mask now, guys. It's already difficult to breathe inside of it, but I will persevere. Because it's better to have a little difficulty to breathe than to breathe this crap in.
Agreed.
Oh, boy. All right, okay.
Sorry, I'm making little sounds to get my go.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right, let's catch up on the chat. See what, oh, yeah. Let's catch up. See what y'all were talking about while I was out of the room. I'm gonna, before I, start sanding again, I'm gonna leave this mask off so I can breathe. In the sneeze paint. Oh my gosh, people who just sneeze paint. Dang.
What?
Man, I have boxes of them. He is naughty. I wouldn't describe it as naughty exactly. Anyway, man, it's like, Googled a bit of people seem to be down with using resin on printed parts. People seem to be down. Huh. My only question is, how would I get that to work using resin on this helmet? would I apply it in just like super thin coat so that it wouldn't drip and then stream down? Anyway, stop it. That much is using... that as much as using chocolate fire guard for sanding.
Maybe he was saying this mask that I showed off is like a chocolate fire.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't sure.
Mark's like, that's awesome. It's a death mask. Just needs filter. Yeah, it just needs... Well, actually, it doesn't have an intact seal around the nose, which is a problem. If it was actually going to be used for a mask, it would need a seal around the nose. Otherwise, it's just you're breathing in dust through there. Ephraim's
it's the
like...
Destroyer, right?
No, Doom Guy.
Dang it, I knew it. I told everyone. It's a mask whose name starts with a D.
Looks good. Pretend to be Arndelft. LOL. Crap. Yeah. LOL. And growl. He growls a lot. LOL. Smoke a pack and I think you can get your voice going low. LOL. A for effort. Just think you know we came about you enough to tell you to get a mask. Your breathing in that dust could do some harm. Agreed, yeah. You have to feel high and slowly for resin. Mark. Yeah, that's out of my realm, these guys know what's up. You can paint it on. It's syrupy. Oh, syrupy. Okay, alright. Alright, let's put this mask on. Okay, hey love.
Yeah.
You might want to step out for this part so you're not breathing any dust.
Okay.
And maybe I should actually crack open this door so that the dust actually has some place to go.
Should I open a window?
Yeah, go ahead and open a window. Because I don't want to trap things in here. Oh, stay there, helmet. Ugh. I know, Budgie. You're finally going to get to see the door open. Oh, yeah. The light is blinding. I swear, if we had like a burglar outside while that was going on, they'd be like, "What the fudge?"
You're a troglodyte.
The light! The light! No! Okay, alright. I know, and most of my viewers are troglodytes, so it's just like, they're all like, "Oh! No!" Okay, alright, let's get back to sanding.
It's how we're giving your viewers their vitamin D.
Oh yeah, they're getting it through the camera.
Yeah.
Vitamin D is that powerful, people. That powerful. Oh crap, I can't blow the dust off. Whatever. Hey love, would you take Penny out of the room too? I don't want her breathing this.
Oh yeah.
Penny, go! Penny, go! Outside! Go, go, go!
Penny.
Go on, Penny! Go on, girl! I know! She's like, I don't want to leave! I'm comfortable! Move! Go on! I don't want you breathing this! She's like, what?
Penny.
Oh boy, she's not wearing the harness right now, so I'm grabbing her paws and slowly dragging her, and she's just like, what are you doing? Okay, you're good. No, don't put a paw up there. Good girl. Oh boy.
Come on.
Oh, she thinks she's in trouble. Go on, man, go.
Do you have treats for her?
Yeah, right here, love. Oh, you got her attention. Take him out.
Wait,
Take him out.
she already had one today, right?
No, she had one yesterday. No, Penny, go. No, don't you dare. No. I don't want you breathing this stuff, girl. Oh.
Penny, look at this.
Go.
Look at the yummy.
Oh, yeah. Take it out of the room. Take it out of the room. Okay. All right. Okay, she is finally out of the room. I can get to Sandy without worrying about anybody's health. Ugh. Ephraim, don't forget to mutter prayers to the machine spirit while working. Oh, thou holy machine spirit. Bless this holy work. As we send and improve upon thine exterior, may your interior be likewise improved. Excuse me, whoa. Alright. Oh, blessed machine spirits. May thy sanctity make my unhallowed flesh slightly less unhallowed. May thy sanctity bless my unhallowed flesh. That's how it goes? Okay. Blessed be our armor, for as it preserves us, do we maintain it. We guard it with our lives, even as it guards ours. Praise be the machine spirits. Omnissiah, bless our work. Okay. Ephraim, now you just need to lobotomize the neighbors so he does it for you. Yeah, I think I've got a few neighbors I could lobotomize. A few the neighborhood wouldn't miss. Come on. So much dust. I primed my sisters the other week without a mask and was blowing my nose. My snot was wraithbone color. Oh boy. Well, my snot might be kind of orange. We're just going to have to see. But if I do figure that out, I think I'll figure it out off camera. Gonna switch hands here. Oh, praise be the machine spirits of my holy and sanctified armor. Blessings be upon thee, as I work upon thine shell. May my unhallowed weak flesh be made holier in thine presence. And may I do credit to the machine with my labors and toil. With my blood do I consecrate thee. With my sweat do I prime thee. Hallowed be the machine. Indeed, Ephraim, hallowed be thine blessed ceramite. Oh, dang. Ow. I just popped some. The flesh is weak. The flesh is weak. I just popped some sort of something in my hand. Machine is strong. The flesh is weak. Through our labors, may the flesh tear and rip. May its unhallowedness be stripped away to be replaced by the machine. Through our labors and our toils, we slowly gain the sanctity of the machine upon our own flesh, upon our bodies. Hallowed be the machine. And for those new to the stream, if I sound a bit muffled, it's because I'm wearing a mask. You don't want to be breathing this crap in, as Budgie, Mark, and Ephraim were quick to point out to me once they realized I wasn't wearing one. Oh, hallowed be the machine spirit. Blessed be thy ceramites. With our labors and our toil, we consecrate the machine, strengthen it, embody it with our very essence. Our blood, sweat, and tears are indeed the oil of consecration, our very lifeblood given, so that the machine may endure. May our unworthy vessels be more swiftly worn away, so that we may have the machine. Let's see, that we may have the machine brought more closely unto us, replacing our unworthy flesh. Trying to think of the good lyrics to a good, prayer to the machine. Quite inspiring blessings. You would make a good chaplain. Thank you, Ephraim. But a chaplain for, like, the machine? Well, think about that. A tech marine chaplain. Just let that sink in for a second. How awesome would that be? In the Iron Hands, I bet it's a thing. Oh, blessed be thy holy machine. Bless us, Omnissiah, unworthy vessels, to work upon thine divine creations. You know, it almost looks like wood through here. I see what almost looks like a knot right here, which is really cool. I could just imagine making a helmet like this out of wood. It would be heavier for certain, but a little sturdier, depending on the kind of wood you made it out of. But I admit, crafting such a thing would be enormously difficult. O divine spirit of the machine, guide my hands, that I may better serve thee. That I may better understand how best to repair thine blessed ceramite. And though my unhallowed flesh doth tire, one day it shall be replaced by the machine, and become closer to thee, Omnissiah. Okay. Ephraim, be right back. Making a new page on the 40k wiki. Chaplain Tech Marine. Chap Marine? Chap Marine? Ephraim, Master of the Machine Spirits, as an in-between to Master of the Forge. Interesting thoughts. I toil to increase the sanctity of the machine. And what blessings I reap from my toil, I shall in turn bring upon the machine tenfold. You were right, like Iron Hands have it. The Iron Father! Oh, yes! The Iron Father. This position is instead filled by an Astartes known as the Iron Father, who combines the roles of Chaplain and Tech Marine, as taken from the wiki. That is awesome! I knew if anybody was going to have it, it was going to be the Iron Hands. They are boss when it comes to tech. Man, now I gotta get myself one of these Iron Fathers. Holy Terra, look how covered in dust my hands are. Holy Terra. Man, I gotta get more sandpaper. Because, just compare these two pieces. Yeah. There are streams of dust falling off of it. Dang. Come on, buddy. Oh, I consecrate thee, holy machine, with my toil and my efforts to improve upon you, to repair thine battle damage, so that thy armor may better protect me in the coming battles. It's just paper now. Indeed, no longer sandpaper, simply paper, Ephraim. You can really see the ridges now. The areas where, as this thing printed, it had these weird ridges that formed. You can really see them standing out now. O blessed machine spirit, hallow our flesh, turn it unto iron, let us come closer to thee. Whoa. Slowly smoothing it out. I wonder, should I use a heavier grit maybe? And then after I use the heavier grit to wear it down much more than it is, I could switch back to a lighter grit to smooth it out? What does everybody think? Ephraim, may the sweat toiled up, the machine spirit be repaid in blood, saved in battle. Oh yeah. May the sweat. Dang it. Breathing. Okay. May the sweat toiled upon the machine spirit be repaid. Dang it. I gotta get this right once. May the sweat toiled upon the machine spirit be repaid in blood, saved in battle. The paint looks thinner on the skull cap. Indeed, starting to thin it out. Okay. Ephraim, so you could use a glitter grit, a grittier grit? Yeah. Budgie, normally if you're not getting the results after a short time, the grit is too fine. And back to Ephraim, just be careful to not mess up the actual printed part. Oh, of course not. Yeah. Let's switch to something heavier. I only have one other sandpaper here, and it's a really heavy grit. But we are going to have to check it out and see if it'll do the job. I'm going to have to spend a sec here looking for it. So excuse all the noise. Oh, there's my D&D character sheet. I was wondering where that was. Aha! There you are. Alright, now that is a heavy grit. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to tear off a chunk. Don't say 80. Let me check. Oh, no! Or 60. Okay, Budgie. I won't say either one of those. Because it's totally not either one of those. Totally. Absolutely not. Or 120. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's not 80. It would never be 80. Okay, let's just see how this looks. And yes, it's 80. Okay, shakedown. The Codex Astartes supports this action. Try on small area first. Will do. Will do. All right. I'm going to try it here. And greetings and hail, Shakedown. Good to see you, man. Well, it's definitely having more results. That's for dang sure. Man, it's leaving actual scratch marks behind. Dang. I mean, we haven't gotten through the glaze or the paint yet, so O holy machine spirit, forgive us for any trespasses we make upon you. We seek only to improve upon thine divine exterior. Use fine after. It's okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll use fine after to smooth it out. That helmet is something to behold. Indeed. This helmet is a lot of effort, a lot of toil. And yes, I have shed tears over it. More than once. Shakedown. Sorry I'm late, though. It's no problem, Shakedown. It's good to see you at all. Budgie, lol, this is going to be all month? Well, no. We've already made a lot of progress, and it's only been a couple of hours. Gosh, Budgie. I'm not that slow. Though there are some toilers of the machine spirit who would demand that I be that slow, if we're being honest here. Okay, so, at this point, I can start to see layers of green. Look at that. That's actually green you see there. When I first started working on this helmet, I was using regular green stuff, both liquid. No, just liquid green stuff. And so you're going to see a mix of orange and green appear. So like rust and corrosion almost. That's what it's going to appear like as I work on this thing. Oh, blessed machine spirit, forgive us our trespasses, as we wipe away the flaws that we enacted upon you. Bless us, as we improve upon our mistakes, and sanctify your every facet with our blood, sweat, and tears. Oh, how thick is the material? It's decently thick. I don't know how many millimeters. I don't have a measuring tape here. And I know y'all don't use inches. And I don't know how many millimeters to guesstimate this is. So I'm not rightly sure. But here, let me show you this part. You can see the thickness right here along the edge. And then you can see this part right here. This is about the average thickness of the helmet throughout most of its parts. There are some that are much thicker, like here along the forward head of the skull. It's thicker up here, I think, around the aquila and all that. I wonder if I could ever get like a skull grill, something with like a skull on it or something like that. Just further Improve upon the already magnificence of the machine spirit to intimidate the foes that would dare threaten humanity. Okay. Alright. Ephraim, would make a cool shot. The discarded helmet rusting in the desert. Yeah, that would be a cool shot. I wonder, I mean, I do live in Utah, and there's a lot of desert out here. It's too bad I don't have any eye lenses to put in here. That would actually be really, really cool. But, you know, you could just, I wonder if I could get some broken glass and kind of put it around the eye lenses to show that they've been shattered. And just leave it out, you know, put it out in the desert, like on its side or something, take some shots of it. I think that would be really cool, as it looks like this right now. Very worn, very already dusty. That's a great idea, Ephraim. Huh. Unfortunately, my car can't make long-distance trips right now because the secondary cooling system in it is kind of damaged. I know. The machine spirit within my vehicle of transportation needs desperate repair, but it can only make short-distance trips, so I can't go very far. Huh. We'll see. Anyway. Alright. Budgie, we use everything here. Shakedown. Countless years in battle have left great stories engraved on this helmet. Dang straight, Shakedown! Ephraim could use it as actual armor. Move. Hey, it's getting late on my side, and next week is exams, so need to go. Shame about your car. Well, yeah, unfortunately that happens. And you know what, dude? School is important, man. You get the sleep that you need. Sleep is one of those critical things to keep our brains functioning. If anybody tells you that all those rich people, you know, don't value sleep and they, you know, had short nights and whatnot to get to where they are, bull. Every last one of them will testify to how important sleep was for them to get where they are now. Anyway, you get your rest, dude. Ace those exams. Alright, Budgie. You would probably get police arrest you for taking alien artifacts. Oh, hey, this is not an alien artifact. This is a holy relic of the machine, of the Omnissiah. Blaspheme not this holy relic, with rumors of it being a Xenos artifact. It is no such thing. Budgie, we were Imperial before Metric, you know. Oh, really? You were, Budgie? I had no idea. In fact, it cost that much money to just change road signs. We didn't. And all are in miles. Really? That's really weird. Mark, I don't like sleep. Ephraim, see you. Good luck on the blessed machine. Thank you, Ephraim. I'll see you out there, man. Stay safe and get some sleep. Mark, but it's good if you're a bodybuilder because no gains if not. LOL. Huh. I wonder, is that a thing? Europe went metric. We sort of humored them. Oh, man. That's so weird. The way everybody always tells it, I could have sworn that, you know, by the story of it, Imperial was something that just America did, and the whole rest of the world was like, you're dumb. So, I figured that was just an American thing. I didn't know they actually, in Europe, they used Imperial first before metric. Oh, we still use pints, ounces, pounds. That's awesome. Alright. Oh, holy machine spirit, bless our unworthy flesh. Let us come closer to thee in sanctity as we seek to improve upon thee. Guard our flesh upon the battlefield. Safeguard our might, that we may make the enemies of humanity suffer for their trespasses against you. The Adeptus Astartes are naught but service to humanity. And we bless the machine for aiding us in this worthy endeavor. Okay. It's like, oh, we gave you Imperial. Dang rebels! You sound like a priest. Oh, no children in 40K. We all must toil in labor of humanity. Bless the machine, even as it guards your flesh. Your unworthy flesh. We give our sweat and tears to bless this machine as it saves our blood from being spilled in battle. But should our blood be spilt and our armor rent, we will toil only the harder to repair it. For next upon battle, we shall return every drop of blood in kind. Okay. How's the printer? Lines are going. Yes, the lines are starting finally to disappear. The printer, my wife and I made a little more progress on it yesterday. Blessings to the machine spirits. And, yeah, it's slowly coming along. We're making more progress. I intend to make more work upon it today, regardless of how I feel. It must be finished. I tried to blow through the mask. Okay. Let's see. You got rubber mat or something to make it easier? Stop it slipping? Unfortunately, no. I don't have anything like that. Because, yeah, as I am sending it, it is... Holy Terra, look at all that dust. Holy Terra. My dog's scratching at the door. She wants to come in. She doesn't understand. Shakedown. Embrace the light of He who saved us from being condemned to eternal pain and suffering. Stand firm and do not flinch in the face of the enemy, for we know no fear. That you're not breathing it. Dang straight, I'm not breathing it in, Budgie. I'm not breathing it in. Okay. Tell me, what is wrong with your car? So, my car. So, it's one of those hybrids, you know, that's better for the environment and all that. Unfortunately, it's a Prius, which means as a hybrid, a lot more can go wrong with it. And I do mean a lot more. As such, I, unfortunately, yes, this was completely on me, didn't do the proper research when I acquired my car. I didn't even know there was a secondary cooling system, which after 2 years eventually ran dry. And when it ran dry, damage was done to what we believe to be the inverter. The inverter in the car is, every time I slow down in the car, there are 2 sets of brakes. One are a normal set that only kick on when absolutely needed. The first, however, transfers some of your slowing. As you slow down, they transfer power back to your hybrid battery. The inverter is what transfers power to the tires to get them going and transfers that power back to the hybrid battery. In other words, it's constantly doing work. There's a secondary cooling system in the car practically dedicated just to the inverter. Now, when the secondary cooling system ran out of coolant after 2 years, that thing, it ran dry and some damage was done to the inverter. And now when it's ran for too long, oh, Tara, sorry. A little bit of difficulty breathing through this mask. The car overheats. And it literally shuts itself down. And we have to pull over and let it cool down for about an hour before we can start going again. And that's especially bad on hot days. Now that winter is hitting, it will be a little easier because it'll be colder and the car will be able to go a little bit further, but it's still going to be a problem if we want to go. Like, we used to travel down to Idaho to go visit my wife's grandparents, but we can't do that anymore in this car because it just can't make that kind of distance. Not even close. It can go maybe 30 minutes on the freeway going 70 miles per hour, and then it's got to stop. Anyway, let's get back to it. No, the inverter is the secondary cooling system itself is fine. The inverter is what transfers power to and from the accelerators that get the tires going. And when the tires slow down, the secondary brakes send power back to the hybrid battery. Like if I'm going down a steep hill and I'm applying the brakes, the hybrid battery will actually fill up pretty fast. Like within 10 minutes, the hybrid battery will be completely full from going down that hill. Changes AC to DC. Yeah, I think that might be the case. Yeah. So the inverter has been damaged. And now even though that we have the secondary cooling system filled with coolant, it still overheats. Okay. Alright, Holy Aquila, symbol of the Emperor. And though Legis does not consider you to be holy, we understand your great plan. We understand you were a servant of humanity. And as such, we do venerate your relics. Okay. Oh, blessed machine spirits, sanctify us. Bring us closer to thee. Help us better understand how to serve thee. We serve the Iron Fathers in all that we do. Hey, they are only $2,000 new for that part. Oh, $2,000. Yeah, because we got $2,000 just lying around, let me tell you. You know, Budgie, the sad part is, my father actually purchased a Prius from the junkyard for less than that. Mind you, it was horribly messed up, very damaged. But if we could just do the manual labor to change out the still good inverter in that old beaten up Prius, it would be far cheaper than to buy a brand new one. Far, far cheaper. Holy Terra. We're hoping, though, that it can just be repaired. We're going to have a diagnostic done on the car to see if the inverter can just be repaired. YouTube. Well, yeah, how-to video. I mean, if it's there, maybe. But we need to know that it's the inverter first, which is why we're going to pay for it. Once we get a little extra money, we're going to go to the dealership, Toyota, in downtown, and pay them to do a diagnostic on the car. And ensure for sure that it is the inverter that's the problem. Because if the problem were not in the inverter, it would be absolutely devastating if we went to all that effort just to replace it and the problem was still there. That would be horrible. Let's see, will be for sure. Gas is cheap over there. Go buy a V8. A V8? Oh, do you mean just a V8 car? A car with a V8 in it? My, I don't know. That's a story for another time. Anyway. Why is gas super expensive over in the UK? Dang. There's this little indent in here. It's seriously deep. You can see it on the camera. This black line right here. There's an indent on the helmet right there. Huh. I'm going to sand out that area so I can fill it with putty directly. I know I'm going to make it a little deeper by doing that. But I would seriously sand down the surrounding area a lot to try and sand it down to that level because that is a serious indent. Like £1.20 a liter. Huh. How much is a liter to a gallon? I don't know. Off the top of my head. Okay. O holy machine spirits, sanctify our flesh. Bring us closer unto thee, so that we may better understand the will of the Omnissiah. There we go. I sanded it down a bit. Let's sand it down some more. Okay. 3.78 liters to a United States. Oh, so that's like, and considering how much more a pound is to a dollar. Oh boy, man, that is expensive. Dang, gas is pricey over in the UK. Why? Why is it so expensive over there? Tax? You've got that heavy of a tax on gas? Dang! That is expensive. That is a huge tax. Dang! Oh, that's outrageous. Sheesh. Shakedown. Imagine that we all lived in a cyberpunk-style future. With with tech advanced enough, you cure all diseases with a single pill of just by taking a sip of medicine that tastes like your favorite drink. Well, dang. I mean, sounds like you're getting all Trekkie on us. Except, oh wait, Cyberpunk is a little more grim dark than Star Trek. Oh my fragging Terra. So, almost half the price is pure tax. Dang, Budgie. Ugh, that sucks. You're really being able to... I know it's not very smooth, but you're really able to see a lot of the old putty that I put all over this thing by me doing this. It's really starting to come out. It's why we don't have V8s, LOL. Most cars are 2.01 engines max. Dang! And I thought it was pretty bad when I got a V6 a while back. To me, I was just like, if I'm going to get a sports car that I really want to be able to punch it, I want to get a V8. But I was like, you know what? A V6 is a little better gas mileage, so I'll just settle for it, whatever. Now I'm just like, holy Terra! 2.01 frag. Man, I guess are American cars legal over there? Like, if somebody were to bring their car over, would they be able to drive it? I mean, I know it would be expensive, but is anything above a 2.01 illegal there? Sheesh. Oh. But we do have engine technology. I mean, I figured you do, but man, that tax is obscene. Man, tax is just bull. Anyway. Oh, holy machine spirits, consecrate our flesh, even as our sweat lubricates thine holy ceramides. Let's see. So you have a 1.6 liter engines with 200 bhp. I don't know what 200 bhp stands for. We don't pay taxes here, at least. I don't think we don't. Wait. We don't pay taxes here. At least I don't think we don't. Oh, tax sucks. Where do you live, Shakedown? Where you don't pay taxes? Sounds like a sweet place to live. I mean, if you look at America and what it's doing with our tax money all the time, it's just like, I'm sorry, we need to have some serious accountability for people and what they do with our tax money. But there's like no accountability there, so whatever. Oh boy. Okay. Shakedown. All we gotta do is pay the light and water bill and we good. I mean, in truth, that's how it should be. In my opinion, that's how it should be. But that's a whole argument in and of itself as to why I think that. Anyways. Alright. Machine spirits. As our flesh wears away, and our limbs are slowly replaced with augmetics, bless us so that we may become closer to the Omnissiah, not just in flesh, replaced by machine, but in spirit. Make us one with He who is the Omnissiah. Oh, blessed machine. We gird ourselves with armor, that we stride upon the field of battle. The armor we maintain and sanctify may protect us. For every drop of sweat and every tear shed, may an equal amount of our blood be protected. Let's see. Shakedown. I hope 2021 is better than this year. Dang straight. Oh, you live in Jamaica? Oh, cool, Shakedown. Budgie, be careful. You will lose details on logo. Oh, okay, alright. Weed tax? You have Bolt. He is awesome. You have Bolt? Not really, but you gotta ask the weed heads about that. Sigh. Okay, yeah, do gotta be careful about the logo. This Aquila's details must be kept. I'll be a little more careful about sanding it. By the way, if I start working off camera, don't hesitate to let me know if you want to see what actual part I'm working on at the moment. Holy Terra, I'm turning my desk into the surface of Mars. There's this red film of dust now all over this area. Dark red. Sorry, the machine is consecrating my desk. It will cover the room. Indeed it may. I hope your PC has dust filters. It does have dust filters. It does. If they start turning red, I'll know. I'll know it was a really good thing I was wearing a mask. Okay. There needs to be a good 40K film. Could you imagine the possibilities? Dude, I could imagine if Mark had been the one to work on Ultramarine, or at least the director. I know Mark probably would not want that, like, at all. But, like, there's a truly dedicated person that, even though he doesn't like actually doing this kind of work, produce Death of Hope! And through the death of Hope, Hope lives! I mean, just dang! Oh, how awesome it would be. Blah, how awesome it would look. I would like Armageddon. Ooh, if Armageddon was featured. Oh, dang straight. A film of Armageddon. That, or a Space Hulk. Space Hulk would be cool, too. Oh, holy machine spirit. Guide our hands to better repair thine damage. To correct thy defects. To help us better serve thee. Buzzy, I think it's too valuable to F it up with a film. I think fanbase would be too critical. You're possibly right with that one. But if you get the right person to work on it, such as Mark. Oh man, that guy's passion. Oh. I mean, just look at Death of Hope. He doesn't even enjoy doing that kind of work. Yet, look at what he's done. Just blows my mind. Blessed be the machine spirit, which guards us against the foul, the treasonous, the traitor. Those who would seek humanity's fall for the mere promise of power are indeed the most vile of all creatures. Okay. Shakedown. If new planet gets discovered, it could be called Istvan 3. Istvan 3. Oh boy. Man. To think that Istvan is still around. Somewhere out there in the galaxy. And 1,000 suns went there, and they found a certain someone upon its surface. And just to be ambushed by somebody else. You don't know what I'm talking about? Go look up the fate of Rylanor. You will not be disappointed. Awesome story. I wasn't referring to you, Shakedown. I know you're aware of the story of Rylanor. I remember us talking about it during Mark's stream. Right. Bed for me. Alright, Budgie, you get some shut-eye, man. I'll see you tomorrow. Night, man. Get some sleep. You're welcome. And thanks for tuning in, Budgie. Much appreciated, man. Thanks for everything you do to support the channel. You are awesome. Okay. Oh, blessed be thy machine spirits. With our passion do we repair thee. With our fury do we perfect thee. And with our faith do we gird thee once more in thine holy ceramides. Here, let me move that up slightly so you can see. Later, dude. Yeah. Holy Terra, this is tiring out my arm. The flesh is weak. Okay. Well, oh boy. Alright, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and take this thing outside and dust it off. And we'll have to see where we're going to proceed from there. What time is it? Let's see. Oh, shakedown. For all we know, Zinch and Nurgle must be behind 2020 and the rest of the atrocity to follow, if there are any. I know, serious, right? It's like, if the zombie apocalypse breaks out this year, or there's some sort of alien invasion, or heck, both, I would just be like, yep, this was the year. This was the year. Any other year, I'd just be sitting there like horrified, like, oh, frag! But no, this year, I'd just be like, yeah, that's par for the course. Okay, everybody, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this stream. I want to work on, I don't want to have to wait another week to work on this, so in between other streams where I am going to be, you know, of course, live streaming Total War and things like that, I think I might do some unscheduled mayhems during the week where I work on this some more. We're just going to have to see if I can fit that into the schedule. Holy Terra, this thing is dusty. I should wait till I get outside to dust this thing. But anyway, thanks everybody very much for tuning in. Thank you, Mark, for your ideas on how to actually create the eye lenses. It's much appreciated. That is something I'm very excited to actually do. I just need to actually do it. I'm just not sure how to create the teardrop shape that's, slightly circular inside of the eye lens. So we'll see. But ordering some clay, that would be a good start. Anyway, everybody, once again, thank you very much for tuning in. Y'all are absolutely awesome. And, yeah, well, don't be getting into too much trouble out there. Or if you do, make it count. Toodles, Legionist.